Man, whole T, we gonna get right into it, man. I'm gonna get right into it. I'm pulling up my notes now, cause I can't lie to y'all, man. I can't hold you. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Superman was actually good, bruh. Like, I'm not gonna hold y'all. It was way better than I thought it was gonna be. I can't lie, when I seen the trailers, I wasn't satisfied, bruh. Like, I'm gonna just keep it a bean. I wasn't satisfied. I thought the trailers was not good. I saw a clip of the movie. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Superman, I really, and I'm being completely honest, this is my movie of the year, to be honest. Like, James Gunn, I gotta give you salute. You did a great job with this movie, man. Like, cause I'm gonna keep it a bean. I did like Peacemaker. You feel what I'm saying? I love Peacemaker. I love Creature Commandos. I love the little things that James Gunn was doing in the DC universe. But I can't fake, like, I was questionable about Superman because Superman has been done wrong a million times. I can't even lie. I know everybody be rocking with the Man of Steel. That is a movie I done went to sleep on a couple times. Now, I can't say that Henry Cavill was better in Batman versus Superman. I can't even fake. He was better in Batman versus Superman. But in Man of Steel, he was stupid. And then in the Snyder cut of Justice League, he was turned up. He was cool in the movie too, but this Superman, he was a good Superman, bro. Like, my expectations, I really didn't have any, but I was like, I don't know, man. This Superman, you could mess this up. You feel me? You could mess this up, and he definitely didn't mess it up. I definitely would say that. He did not mess it up at all, not one bit. I'm just getting out some of the stuff I like, because I was like, I saw the clip and I was like, man, I ain't really feeling that. That's how I really originally felt when I first seen it. I was like, I ain't really feeling this joint. So, boom. With the story, I mean, to keep it really simple, I think every good Superman story got a good Lex Luthor trying to backdoor him. You know what I'm saying? Set him up to look crazy. And they picked the right Lex Luthor. This dude, he been on X-Men. He was Beast on X-Men in the universe where they had the newer X-Men. He was on, what was that movie called? What was that movie? Y'all, what was the movie that Lex Luthor on Superman was from? Shout out to the 5 viewers in here. Shout out to y'all. What was Les Luthor on? He was on Mad Max. He was on a couple other movies too. He was on some shows too. But the dude who was Les Luthor on this joint, he was like that. I rock with him. He was the biggest hater I've seen in a long time. He was a villain and he was a super hater, bruh. Like, and some of this may have spoilers, y'all. So if you don't want me to spoil it, get out. You feel me? But this is movie, you know what I'm saying? Basically, they already jumped into the Superman story. That's one of the things I already liked all bucks, is that they skipped all the backstory, him being a kid, his family, Smallville. We didn't seen that 2 billion times. They just had him jump right into it. He was beefing with the country. I forgot what this country is called. I think it was I forgot the name of the country. Baravia. It was called Baravia. So they was trying to Baravia and Lex Luthor was definitely trying to backdoor Superman. Like, the whole movie, they even built like a Superman, spoiler alert, clone to get this smoke to your boy Superman. I was like, dog, it's really getting real out here, dog. He really don't rock with Superman. Like, the things he was doing for Superman just being a nice superhero was out of this world. Lex Luthor was a top tier hater. I gotta give it to him, bro. I gotta give it to him. I can't hold you. I gotta give it to him. They picked a good guy to act. So, just to go into things I really like, you know what I'm saying? I really did like how James Gunn, how he portrayed Superman in this joint. He really made Superman a good man. He really wanted to do the right things at all times, even when his back was against the wall, because everybody gonna turn on Superman, because, spoiler alert, his parents sent him here to be Omni-Man. You feel what I'm saying? And that was a different twist that I like, that, you know, because every Superman, and I say every Superman, He comes, and even in the cartoons, his parents send him here to help Earth. In this one, y'all, spoiler alert, they sent him here, yes, to help Earth, but if people didn't comply, they told him to kill people. They told him to get wild so they can be more Superman and spread the Kryptonian bloodline. So really, they wanted Superman to backdoor the world if things got hostile, dog. So he was really a good dude. They had a lot of good Easter eggs in here, and James Gunn, saying that he did everything with Marvel and all that, he knows how to do it the right way. He knows how to do it the wrong way. So I think he played it really safe what he did. He added Easter eggs and stuff that people might already know about. They added Peacemaker in there. They added General Flag in there. You know what I'm saying? Who's in Creature Commandos and Rick Flag's dad. So I was like, okay, this is better than Suicide Squad, which I feel like he just jumbled everything together. You feel what I'm saying? But this was way better than Suicide Squad. He had the Justice Gang. I really liked that. I think the characters in there, I didn't know how that was going to come out. Each character was good. Mr. Terrific was that guy. I'm trying to tell you, like, we need to have series for all of them, just like Peacemaker. James Gunn, Mr. Terrific movie or series ASAP. I don't know what Warner Brothers was doing with the properties for DC, but they was doing them joints extra cruddy and extra dirty, bro. Cause I'm trying to tell you, Superman, I would say this, Creature Commandos and Peacemaker, and then this, I was like, all right, James Gunn, they in good hands. And I will, like I say, I did not think Superman was gonna be this good. I did not like the trailers. I didn't like the clips. You know what I'm saying? I'm honest enough to admit I was worried, but then when it was time to see it, when I was just walking in, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just let my expectations down and just go in there and just go enjoy Soups, and I got to enjoy it. You did. So Mr. Terrific, he was like that, but I definitely can say this. I'm definitely gonna say this. James Gunn is a formula guy. I feel like what works for him, he just go for that. You feel what I'm saying? Because he definitely, to me, Mr. Terrific was like Yondu. To me, he definitely had a lot of Yondu characteristics. You feel me? So shout out to that. Boom. I really, really like all the flying scenes. The CGI was clean. Yes, it was some CGI in here, of course, but it was some clean CGI. It was a clean story. All the surrounding characters helped. First, I didn't like Lois Lane. That was a dislike for me at first. I didn't like her at first, but then once she started mixing with everybody, the Daily Planet, like Jimmy Olsen and all them, Chief, all them, it brought the story together. They had good characters that brought the story together, which goes back to what I said about that James Gunn formula, how he can bring that story together with a group of characters like crazy, dog. Like, he did a great job at that. I really, one thing I really like is how the story just kind of kept moving as well. They didn't really dwell on everything too much, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with Clark's parents in Smallville, you know what I'm saying, with Ma and Pa, like, they had at the end something really good that tied along with that, where they didn't have to put it all through the movie that he was raised through Smallville. You feel what I'm saying? Man, that's crazy. I'm really talking good about Superman, because it was really a boring. When I say boring trailer for me, it was boring. I was like, this may be a boring Superman, but he really was like, to me, the old Christopher Reeves type Superman vibes. It was better than Superman Returns. I thought Superman Returns was good, but it definitely was better than Superman Returns to me, Man of Steel, and all the other Superman stuff I actually seen. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. The show stealer, of course, was Crypto the dog. You feel what I'm saying? Crypto saved the day sometimes. Crypto was a bad dog, and Crypto was a great addition. It wasn't annoying like how I thought it was going to be. Crypto was a great addition to Superman's character. His little sidekick, you dig what I'm saying? I definitely was rocking with that. One thing we're going to go back and forth with dislike, I definitely will say this. I said this earlier because I'm going everywhere, but I'm just shooting off things, just reviews I like, because I like the movie. One thing I really didn't like was Superman was too nice, bro. That's the only thing I really hated, that he was too nice. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I know we don't want Superman to be dark, kill everybody. But sometimes, like I said, his niceness, it really allowed him to get beat up through the whole movie. And like I said, Superman shouldn't be getting beat up through the whole movie. You feel what I'm saying? It was probably at least 10 minutes where he was not getting beat up. But that's really my only gripe. You feel me? And also, it was a slow burn at first. Like, the first act was kind of like boring to me, and then the second act got a little bit better, and then the third act they just did their thing by then. But the first act was a little bit boring to me. That's just get those dislikes out the way. Easter egg I did like also was the Hall of Justice. I played the Suicide Squad. The Hall of Justice was in that. So when I seen that, I was like, oh dang, they building the Hall of Justice. So all that together with the Justice League is clearly getting built up in front of us, which I like, without it just being like don't, like how Marvel is all in your face. You feel me? Like, yeah, I like how James Gunn put the Easter eggs in. Now, also a great Easter egg I really like was Supergirl, because I know they've been filming Supergirl, her being Kal-El's cousin, her being this different type. She was loose. Like, she was calling Superman a bitch. Crypto is her dog. She like all that wild shit Crypto be doing. I was like, okay, nah, okay, they bringing in some new characters that actually got some edge to them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the casting for the newer characters and what they gonna be like, with John Cena being Peacemaker, with General Flag, this Superman, the Justice Gang, it works, dog. All that Black Adam, all that stuff that the Black did with Black Adam, and no offense to The Rock and what they was trying to do, Shazam. Man, this one movie and just Peacemaker and Creature Commandos, I'm glad it's just destroying all that was. I'm not going to even say Snyderverse. I'm going to just say what DC had going on with Warner Brothers. And I'm glad that maybe they'll bring Harley Quinn out to the other side. Because I like that show. That was the only thing I liked from the DC universe, besides the Snyder cut version of Justice League and Batman vs Superman. That was it. So I can't lie. James Gunn, man, you did your thing. He did his thing. I really like Superman. It wasn't an origin story again. It was something original. It was something fresh, man. Especially for a comic book movie. You feel me? It got something for everybody. I feel like in this movie, it had some good laughs. It had some good action. It had some good story, and it didn't feel like 2 hours to me. It didn't feel like I didn't look at my phone at the time. I didn't look like, oh my goodness. Like I said, besides the beginning of me being a little bit slow, man, I rock with this joint. You know what I'm saying? I had gripes, so it wasn't, of course, a 10, even though it was my favorite movie of the year. I gave it a 7.5, and a day later, I definitely would give it an 8. You feel me? I definitely give it an 8. Definitely give it an 8. After going back and thinking about it, I definitely give it an 8, 7.5, 8. I'm rocking with Superman. I'm rocking with the new suits. Definitely excited to see where they're going to go with this joint. Definitely just shot off some ideas. I didn't want to go too much into the plot. When I do my reviews, I just go off what I like, what I see, what I remember. You feel what I'm saying? I don't really try to tell the whole movie most of the times. And yeah, I might talk about certain moments, but I really didn't spoil nothing for y'all. I really want y'all to go see it. But I did spoil it. I spoiled it, but didn't spoil it. But what did y'all think of Superman? Definitely lighters up for me. You dig what I'm saying? Big lighters up for me for Superman. Definitely rocking with it. If you haven't seen it already, go see it when you get a chance. Yeah, man. What y'all think of Superman? Let me know below.